When you see a man like Ryan Gosling commanding attention at Cannes, wearing a perfectly tailored Gucci tuxedo, every detail screams excellence. But what separates him from the thousands of well-dressed men who still fail to captivate? The difference lies in something most men never consider, the invisible foundation of masculine power that starts where no camera can reach. This is the secret that distinguishes men who are merely well-dressed from men who are genuinely magnetic. You think elegance is about what people can see? You are wrong. True masculine dominance begins in the shadows, in the details that only you know about. The man who compromises his intimate standards will compromise everywhere else, and the world will sense it immediately. They cannot explain why, but they know you are not the real deal. Here is what separates winners from pretenders. Winners never negotiate with excellence, especially where nobody is watching. The first catastrophic error, post-intimacy negligence. Picture this: you finish an intimate moment and simply move on. No cleanup, no attention to detail. You just sealed your fate as an amateur. Failing to properly wash the intimate area can lead to the buildup of bacteria and fungi, which in turn can cause infections. But this is not just about health. This is about command presence. A true gentleman understands that every moment after intimacy is a test of his character. The moisture, organic material, and warmth create a breeding ground that will sabotage your presence within hours. You think she does not notice? She notices everything, and she loses interest in silence. Real men handle their business immediately. No exceptions, no delays. You finish, you clean, you dominate the next moment with unshakable confidence. This is not negotiable. Do you want to know what smell destroys your image faster than anything else? The smell of negligence. The second image destroyer, product incompetence. Walk into any pharmacy and you will see men grabbing whatever soap is on sale, thinking all cleaning products are the same. This is the mentality of a man who accepts mediocrity. Many personal care items contain chemicals that can irritate the sensitive skin of the intimate area. These products can disrupt the natural pH and lead to discomfort or even infections. Using regular body soap on your intimate area is like fueling an Aston Martin with cheap gasoline. You would never do that to your car, so why destroy your most valuable asset? Men of distinction invest in pH-balanced intimate cleansers designed specifically for masculine physiology. This is not about being precious, this is about precision. The same precision that makes a Patek Philippe worth more than most men earn in a year. You want to know what confidence smells like? It smells like a man who never cuts corners, even where nobody else will ever know. The third amateur move, towel sharing. Let me ask you something. Would you share your toothbrush with your business partner, your brother, your closest friend? Of course not. Yet somehow men think sharing towels is acceptable. Never share razor blades or trimmers for intimate grooming, even with your partner. This is not about being antisocial. This is about understanding that bacteria and fungi are opportunists, and they will travel on any fabric they can colonize. Your towel is your personal domain. Successful men create boundaries and enforce them without explanation or apology. You think Harvey Specter shares his towel? You think a man dining at a 3-Michelin star restaurant accepts community silverware? Standards are not suggestions. They are declarations of who you are. The fourth confidence killer, underwear negligence. Here is a reality check. Re-wearing clothes, especially undergarments and gym attire, without washing is a major hygiene mistake. Bacteria multiply rapidly in worn clothing, creating odors that others notice even when you have become nose-blind to them. Picture this scenario. You finish a morning workout, grab lunch with colleagues, attend an afternoon meeting, then find yourself with an unexpected dinner invitation from someone who matters. Your underwear has been collecting moisture and bacteria for 12 hours straight. You're now walking into that restaurant carrying a biological time bomb. Elite men think 3 moves ahead. They keep a spare set of premium underwear in their car, office, and gym bag. Not because they are paranoid, but because they understand that opportunity does not wait for convenience. When was the last time you changed your underwear after intense physical activity? Be honest. Your answer reveals everything about your standards. Do you think she does not notice? Believe me, she notices, and she loses interest in silence. The fifth technical failure: cleaning incompetence. Most men rush through intimate cleaning like they are washing a racing tire, quick, rough, and careless. If you have foreskin, gently pull it back to clean underneath with plain water. Avoid using soap in this sensitive area. This requires the same methodical attention you would give to detailing a Bentley. Every surface matters. Every technique counts. You are not just removing today accumulation, you are preventing tomorrow embarrassment. The man who approaches this process with precision approaches everything with precision. Think about how a master horologist assembles a Swiss timepiece. Every movement is deliberate. Every component receives exact attention. Your intimate maintenance deserves the same meticulous care. The difference between amateurs and professionals: professionals never rush the fundamentals. The sixth material: mistake, fabric failure. Choose comfortable, breathable fabrics like cotton that help absorb sweat and allow airflow. Your underwear choice reveals your understanding of performance optimization. Synthetic materials that trap moisture create a greenhouse effect that will sabotage your presence before you even speak. Consider this. A Formula One driver selects every piece of equipment based on performance advantage, not price point. Your intimate apparel should meet the same standards. Cotton breathes. Technical, moisture-wicking fabrics perform. Cheap polyester suffocates success. You can wear an Ermenegildo Zegna suit, but if your foundation garments are creating biological chaos underneath, the whole presentation crumbles. Excellence is a system, not an accident. What happens when you ignore the foundation? Everything built on top of it falls apart. The seventh status destroyer: ignoring your body intelligence. If you experience persistent issues such as itching, discomfort, or unusual odor, consult a medical professional immediately. But let me reframe this. Men of substance do not wait for minor irritations to become major disasters. They anticipate, they correct, they dominate. Your body constantly transmits data about your condition. Ignoring itching, unusual sense, discoloration, or any deviation from normal is the behavior of a man who accepts problems instead of solving them. Leaders address issues while they are still whispers, not when they become screams. You think Warren Buffett waits for his investments to crash before he pays attention to warning signs? Champions play offense. They identify threats early and eliminate them with surgical precision. Real men fix problems before problems become visible to others. The eighth excellence killer: inconsistency. Maintaining proper hygiene not only prevents disease, but also boosts confidence and overall well-being. But this misses the deeper truth. Consistency in intimate hygiene builds unshakable masculine presence. The amateur practices perfect maintenance only when he expects intimate contact. The professional maintains elite standards because that is who he is, not because of what he hopes will happen. This difference in mindset separates men who occasionally feel confident from men who radiate authority constantly. Picture Michael Jordan training regimen. He did not practice perfect shooting only before important games. He shot thousands of baskets every single day because excellence was his identity, not his strategy. Your intimate hygiene routine is your daily declaration of personal standards. It is your private commitment to dominance that radiates into every handshake, every business meeting, every moment when your presence needs to command attention without explanation. When you know that every detail of your personal maintenance operates at championship level, you carry yourself differently. You speak with more authority. You make decisions with more conviction. You command respect without requesting it. The connection between intimate excellence and personal power, self-care narratives partnered with curiosity in ingredient-led beauty are encouraging more men to invest in and expand their grooming routines. But this trend represents something much deeper than grooming. It represents the evolution of masculine consciousness. The most powerful men understand that influence begins with self-mastery. Your intimate hygiene is not separate from your professional success, your romantic magnetism, or your social authority. Everything connects. Everything matters. You want to know what separates a man who wears expensive clothes from a man who embodies expensive taste? The man of true distinction never compromises his standards, especially in areas where compromise would go unnoticed by others. Your intimate maintenance routine becomes the foundation of unshakable confidence because you know with absolute certainty that every aspect of your presentation meets elite standards. This knowledge changes how you walk into rooms, how you shake hands, how you look people in the eye. Why do some men command attention the moment they enter a room? Because their confidence is built on a foundation of absolute personal mastery. The invisible foundation of masculine magnetism fashion is not luxury, it is power. But that power requires a foundation built in privacy, maintained in discipline, and expressed through presence. The man who masters his intimate hygiene has mastered the first principle of true influence, complete self-respect. When you commit to excellence where nobody can see, you develop the internal authority that everyone can feel. This is not about paranoia or perfectionism. This is about understanding that every detail contributes to your total impact. You can study every fashion rule, memorize every etiquette protocol, and invest in the finest clothing available. But if your foundation is compromised, if your most basic masculine maintenance operates below elite standards, people will sense something is wrong even if they cannot identify exactly what. The reverse is also true. When your intimate standards are uncompromising, when your private discipline is absolute, you radiate an authority that requires no explanation. People respect you before you speak because they sense the depth of your self-mastery. Your choice defines your future. You have a choice to make right now. You can continue operating like most men, cutting corners where you think nobody will notice, accepting good enough as your standard, hoping that surface improvements will somehow create deep confidence. Or you can decide that every aspect of your masculine presence will meet championship standards, starting with the foundation that only you control. This channel exists for men who refuse to accept mediocrity in any form. Men who understand that true elegance is built from the inside out, in private disciplines that create public power. You want to be treated like a distinguished gentleman or like just another guy? The choice is yours. Make it consciously, make it completely, make it now. What separates legends from ordinary men? Legends never compromise on excellence, especially where nobody is watching. If you are committed to mastering every aspect of masculine excellence, if you want to join a community of men who never negotiate with their standards, consider supporting this channel through our membership program starting at $4.99 monthly. Click the membership button to access exclusive content designed for men who demand more from themselves. You did not come this far to remain ordinary. You did not develop expensive taste to accept cheap standards. You did not build success to sabotage it with careless habits. Excellence is not an accident. It is a daily decision that begins where nobody else can see and extends into every moment where your presence matters. Perfect your foundation. Command your presence. Dominate your destiny. Clean confidence changes everything. Share your commitment in the comments below.